Hey everyone, it's Ryan from the Hambletonian Society, and we're back with another video to help break down the road to the 2021 Hambletonian. Forget about the 2021 Hambletonian on August 7th. We're here, just the road to the Hambletonian has been chaotic. We've got so many horses, so many prep races, it's just tough to jam it all into one video. So this video, we're going to focus solely on the Svanstedt Stable. Ake Svanstedt and Sarah Svanstedt have, I don't even know how many horses they have, but they have 6 horses that are Hamiltonian eligible that all could win the Hamiltonian. Now, back in 2017, Ake's already won this race. He's won the Elite Lop. He's won the International Trot. He's won every race, except for the Breeders' Crown, actually. And that's where we're going to start. He's never won a Breeders' Crown. Think about that. All the races Ake Svanstedt's won, he's never won a Breeders' Crown. I thought his biggest chance last year was with Captain Corey. Probably his 1A horse. We're going to start with Captain Corey. Now, going back to the 2020 Breeders' Crown, 2-year-old colt trotters, Captain Corey was just a steamroller. I mean, he would get out in front and just steamroll his competition. Ake has number 7 with Captain Corey. And in the Elim, which if you go back and watch the top 3 video, including Venerate got to the lead. Captain Corey sat at 2-hole, and Captain Corey was not able to pass Venerate in the stretch. So here we go, the Breeders' Crown final. It's almost the exact opposite. There was no way, everybody knew there was no way that Ake was going to sit behind anybody with Captain Corey. Now here he is. He's just going to bust out of there. Beautiful horse. He's one of the most best looking horses that you can have. He's tall. He's handsome. He's got a beautiful stride to him. Here he is striding out. He's going to jump in front of On a Streak, who eventually wins the race. And that's pretty much it. Ake got it as easy as he could have asked for. First quarter in about 27. And I don't know at this point, again, we were wondering Andy Miller's thoughts going as they come out of the turn here. You could see they straighten up the backstretch. Andy Miller starts his move. I don't know if Ake takes a look over there at this point, and he knows somebody's coming. I think he kind of strided out Captain Corey. He was not grabbing up, and he was going to make Andy Miller chill on the outside. So I don't know if that move by Andy actually, in hindsight, forced Ake to get to the half in 55-3. Which, that's average for trotters. Little fast, but again, here Ake looking over his shoulder. He's got nobody in his sights. I don't know how easy Captain Corey is to drive. It looks like he's pretty handy at this point. But really, Captain Corey should have won this race. I mean, flat out, he starts to open up. And I know that Hoosier has a very long stretch, but I don't know if Captain Corey just wasn't on his A+ game where On a Streak, Venerate, and In Range were, and Captain Corey just put an A performance in. But in the Breeders' Crown and the Hamiltonian, you need to put on your A++ effort. So here you see Captain Corey just gets swallowed up, deep stretch, and he loses. No big deal. It is what it is. Captain Corey's still a great horse. Currently, he's number 9 on Ken Workington's power rankings. So that was 2020. That was his freshman campaign. What has Captain Corey done in 2021? Well, he's only had 1 start. Now, currently, he's entered on June 23rd into a Pennsylvania Sire Stakes at Harrah's, Philadelphia. But he made his debut at Pocono. And boy, what a debut it was. Here he's, you could take all the colors off the horses, all the saddle pads, and you would know who Captain Corey was. Again, he's on the 6 horse here. Beautiful stride on him. Big, beautiful horse. The tail up in the air, kind of like Continental Victory. And he gets the lead as easy as possible. He didn't really have any competition in this race that could hold it up to him. So Ake just gets to the front. Look at him. His ears are forward. He's happy. He's just out for a daily stroll. This horse is so beautiful to watch. Ears forward. Very rarely do you see a horse with his ears forward like that. Just happy to be out there. 28-4. That is nothing for this horse. He's already got a 5-length lead. Captain Corey, he's just, wow, I really like Pocono. It's a beautiful day out. Beautiful. I think it was a Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon. Oh, man, I love going out to the races. And, again, he's just no threat to him whatsoever. Getting down to the half, 57-4. And now this is where, as a prep race, Ake has to kind of take off. So he takes a look over his shoulder. And, again, Captain Corey, oh, okay, we want to roll now. Now you can see his ears are back. And now he's, okay, let's roll a little bit. And, just 8 lengths at this point. Again, no competition. Ake's asking him to roll a little bit, I guess. But again, just look at this horse. He's got a beautiful gait on him. Tail up in the air. I wonder how many Hambletonian winners have had their tail up in the air, just like Continental Victory and possibly Captain Corey. So 3/4 126, stepped it up a little bit. But here's where the real test is going to be. What is this last quarter going to be? Strolls out. He's got nobody in his wheelhouse. This is all on Captain Corey's doing. We hit the line. It's going to be a mile in 53-4. Last quarter in 27-4. That's exactly what you want to see from your first-time starter. He wins by 10. He wins it easy. No problems whatsoever. Captain Corey, we're eager to see what he does on June 23rd at Harrah's, Philadelphia. All right, Captain Corey's out of the way. Who else do we got in the Svanstedt crew? That's right, Southwind Tyrion. Now, when I say 1A, 1B Captain Corey, the 1B is Southwind Tyrion. Now, why are we so crazy on Southwind Tyrion? He didn't start in the Breeders' Crown. He's had one qualifier in 2021. Why are we so worried about Southwind Tyrion? Oh, only because he's the fastest 2-year-old trotter, male trotter ever. Mission Brief has a 1:15.3 record. But Southwind Tyrion, out of all the male trotters, he's the fastest ever. And this is the mile. At Lexington, we all know Lexington's fast. But you know what? That didn't stop people from ranting and raving about Always Be Mickey and Some Beach Somewhere and all the world records that are down at the Red Mile. So Southwind Tyrion sets a world record here. He's in range. He's in against Venerate. Those are the two horses, again, top two on the Hamiltonian poll right now. Venerate is the one that everybody's going crazy about. Well, Southwind Tyrion beat him. Now, Venerate strolls up on the outside, 27-4, 55-1. Again, normal fractions, nice solid fractions for this group. Venerate is going to move to the outside and really start to put pressure on Southwind Tyrion. Now, this is the question. Did Venerate make a break, and that's why Southwind Tyrion was able to go a mile in 151-1? Or did Southwind Tyrion go so fast and put the pressure on Venerate right here? You see Venerate makes a break at the 3/4 pole. 3/4 123-2. That's super fast for 2-year-old trotters. Obviously, this is a world record mile. But Southwind Tyrion had all the reason to stop. He could have stopped. In range is sitting in the 2-hole. And just not really able to gain any ground on him. But Southwind Tyrion, again, this was the fastest mile ever by a 2-year-old trotter. All the horses that have raced at the Red Mile, this one's the fastest that you're seeing. So this is why we're all anxious to see what Southwind Tyrion does. He's not even underway. He's had one qualifier. We're going to go over that qualifier right now. He was in against Venerate. This was Venerate's second qualifier. So we're going to give a pass to Southwind Tyrion. He's on the 4 right here. And again, Oka's not worried. He knows he's got a speed horse. He doesn't have to prep as much as the other ones. He's proven what he can do. So Venerate's sitting third right now. You see Andy in the orange colors. Tyrion just last. Again, first qualifier. There's no reason to really go crazy. He's already proven what he could do on the racetrack. So I don't think Oka is in a rush like some of the other horses to prove, hey, can I go in 51? Well, Tyrion's already done it. So again, we're going to fast forward a little bit here. We're at 3/4 right now. 3/4 125-4. Again, Oka's just chilling back here. And they come a very good last quarter. He's not that far beyond Venerate. Passes this horse nice. Again, Oka's just sitting pretty. Perfect prep race. Doesn't want to overpush him. Again, this is his first start. This is Venerate's second start. So there's no reason to directly compare the two. Southwind Tyrion, good last quarter. Very solid opening thing. I'm assuming that he's going to qualify again. He's not entered to go at this point anywhere. But we look forward to Southwind Tyrion making his debut finally, maybe in the Reynolds at the Meadowlands on July 10th. That would be my guess. Or even the Stanley Dancer, because he's got plenty of preps at the Meadowlands. We've gone over this. Third horse. Lindysmusclemania. Lindysmusclemania. I made that, when you're spelling this out, make sure you put an S in there. It's Lindysmusclemania. Well, for all the editors, we're going to have to know this horse. Now, he's on the 1. Dexter Dunn is driving. And this horse currently this year is one of the fastest horses. He's one of the few that have already gone in 51 as well. Again, 50-51 is going to be your mark if you want to win the Hamiltonian. Very rarely are trot race is the Hamiltonian 1 and slower than 52. So 51 is going to be your mark. 51 apiece. Here's Lindysmusclemania on the 1. This was his debut, New Jersey Sire Stakes first leg, and he's going to stroll up. He's got an open bridle, no head pull. Those are important things to remember. He strolls up here. Again, no real competition in this race. He's 1-2 off a very solid qualifier. And there's really no challenge in this race. What a beautiful horse. Again, another nice 27-3, backstretch in 56-3. He's striding away. 3/4 of 125. What do we want to see in these prep races? Just dominance. 51-4, a last quarter in 26-4. Wow. What a beautiful prep race. Too bad it was on May 14th. Because that's 3 months before the handball. So now, New Jersey Sire Stakes final. Here he has post 2. Dexter done. Now it's rainy, it's muddy. We're going to give him a slight pass, but I think that this race is very important for the prep and the road to the Hamiltonian for Lindysmusclemania. In here we have really fast. We have Mon Amour, which is another Svanstedt horse we got to keep an eye on. Mon Amour has post 1. Lindysmusclemania has post 2. So here we go. Post 2. Lindy's right here. Mon Amour, post 1. Keep Mon Amour in the back of your head. So he's going to sit third. Quattro de Julio's another horse we got to go over later on. Really fast. Another horse we got to go on later on. But we're going to focus on Lindysmusclemania here. Now, Dexter gets away 4th, and he's going to move to the outside slowly. He's the favorite in here, 4-5. There's no real reason for him to rush, especially in the mud. It's rainy. The conditions aren't great. Here he has, you see, open bridle, no head pull. And he's going to start to slowly move to the outside. Now, this is right. You can't see it here, but this is right where we start to go into the turn at the Meadowlands. So it looks like they're straight, right? But this is where we're going into the turn. Now, I know that Meadowlands, gigantic turns, but Lindysmusclemania must have some issues with the turns and running in, because we saw it a little bit in his prep races and his qualifiers. He's slightly running in a little bit. And here, he's going to start to run in on the turn. And you could see his back. Look at Mon Amour right next to him. Look at his hind. Look at Lindy's back. It's starting to bounce up. They always say you're supposed to be able to put a cup of wine on a trotter's back. That's how smooth it's supposed to be. You could see he's starting to just get a little bit of blips, and there he's going to go off stride. So Lindysmusclemania makes a break. That's unfortunate because 2 great prep races qualifier and that awesome 151-4 mile. Can't get any better, and then all of a sudden makes a break, and oh no, what do we go from here? Now, that forced them to enter him into the 3-year-old open. We've got a lot of Hambletonian contenders in here. We're just going to focus on number 7, Lindysmusclemania. Dexter was driving. Now Ake jumps back on. I'm assuming he's got to see, hey, what is going on here? We can't have one of my fastest horses making a break. Now here we go into the first turn. Now watch Lindy's head, open bridle, and we've added a head pull. So he leaves, and you could see the head pull just dangling a little bit, running in just slightly, but that's okay. He's going to end up jumping in the 2-hole, and that's perfect, probably for what they wanted. And you could see, again, open bridle. He's got the head pull. Brian Sears on the lead, looks back. Sarah's on the 1 here, so she drops in Lindysmusclemania. And now we're going to fast forward a little. Okay, so we're going to watch. This is mid-stretch. I just want you to take a look at Lindy's right here. His left hind and his front right are hitting perfect together. But his left hind and left front and his right hind are just a touch off. Just a touch off. And as we go through the stretch, he starts leaning in a little more, throwing his hind a little bit to the side. Now, I don't know if he's hitting his shins and that's causing him to move his back end to avoid hitting his shins, and that's what's causing him to run in, or he's running in because of a front foot problem or front leg problem, and that's causing him to hit his shins, which makes him run in. So I don't know which one it is, But you can see as we go through the stretch, now look, there's even more of a noticeable difference between the front left and the back right. Again, you look at his, it's very hard to see, but here's the other one. Boom, solid. Here we go. You could just see, it's just a shift in his back. If you look at him, his front left is just a little off. Not hitting perfect with his right hind. And that's going to be an issue. Because we've seen, if you go back on his Jersey Sire Stakes, when he was perfect. Wasn't running in perfect. So this is a problem. And you can see he kind of skips, kind of shuffles his back hind here. Moving it forward, and again, you could just see his front and hind legs are not hitting together like the other side is. Here he strides out, perfect, and the other side, it's almost like he's dragging this right hind, and he's putting all his weight on his front left foot, and that's what's causing him, and you can see him, and there he goes off stride. So they've got some work to do. Now, we know Lindysmusclemania has the speed, somewhat. Maybe the Hamiltonians, he may have to drop another second. But they may have to use the next couple of weeks and all these prep races to fix what's going on. I mean, it's at the Meadowlands. He's not making a break on a half-mile track or on a 5/8 track. This is where the Hamiltonian's going to be. So they really have to figure out the turn and what is going on with his left front and his right hind. It could even be a third possibility where he's trying to avoid the other legs and he's throwing his weight off and it's making him unbalanced. But Lindysmusclemania is going to be a question mark, a big question mark going forward as to what's going to happen with this horse. How are they going to fix it? I have full faith that they're going to fix it. But he may have to race a couple more times and he may not get that rest that some of these horses may need. Again, we've gone over that schedule from July 10th to August 7th, 5 straight weeks at the Meadowlands. Lindysmusclemania may be racing all 5 in order to be able to fix what's going on. All right, we go on to Mon Amour now. Mon Amour was in that Jersey Sire Stakes final, and he's had 4 starts this year, the most out of any of the Svanstedt crew. So here is Mon Amour. Yannick Gingras is driving him, and this was by far his best mile. So Yannick just jumps out of there. Again, a New Jersey Sire Stakes leg 2. And Yannick is just going to roll on out of there. Ake takes the lead with his other horse. Yannick is going to slow move up to the front. So here's Mon Amour on the front. Half in 56-2. Nice backstretch. And this is probably how the horse is going to be the best, because he's just on the muscle. He looks good. Yannick has a nice hold of him. 3/4 of 124-3. Solid rating. 28, 28-2, 28-1. And he's just going to roll away from the field. Again, another perfect prep for this horse. And Yannick really isn't even asking him at this point, but he just strolls away. What a, again, perfect prep race. The only problem is how many horses are going to try to go for the lead. If this is Mon Amour's best game, he's in trouble because he's not as fast as some of the other horses that are going to want to roll to the lead. Mile and 52, beautiful prep race. Unfortunately, that was his best race on the lead. And again, talking about all the other horses that are going to be trying to vie for the lead, can't really have that. So Mon Amour is going to have to race from off the trot, I would expect. Okay, well, let's see what he does off the trot. So he was in the New Jersey Sire Stakes final with Lindysmusclemania. We're going to go, remember I told you to keep an eye on that. Mon Amour ends up being in the 3-hole. Here he is, Ake Svanstedt in the 3-hole, post number 1. This is where he's going to have to race in the Hamiltonian. He's going to have to be sitting 3rd or 4th and come from off the trot. So what does he do from off the trot? 3/4 of 124-2. That's average. We've seen him do that before. He should be going a mile in 52, 51-3. I know that it's a little rainy, a little sloppy, but he does not really have any pop here. He's very just average and not really what I want to see from a Hambletonian contender, especially the style of racing that he's going to have to do. A mile in 52-2, 28 last quarter. I know it's rainy and muddy, but he didn't even gain any ground on his other competition. So Mon Amour, another one that, yes, his best work was so far on the lead, but he's not going to be on the lead. So what does he do from behind? Okay, well, he couldn't sit a 3-hole. Here he is, post 9 now. Unfortunate. He's in that prep with Lindysmusclemania, where we went back before. He's got post 9, so he's going to have to come from off the trot, plain and simple. Maybe from the back of the pack. Maybe 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Well, here he is. He's got post 9. He's going to get away 9th. So what does he do from there? Well, unfortunately, there's not really much to show you because that's about what he did. So again, here he is about 4th over on the outside last. And he just never really... He trots a good, okay mile. But again, not what I want to see from a Hambletonian contender. He's already starting to gap out his cover. And Scott moves kind of back to the rail at this point. He should be right here. He should be right on the 6 horse. And he should be flying on the outside. He should, and here he comes a little bit. A little bit. And this is why he's still a Hambletonian contender. But not good enough. He should be coming up, and he should already be to the 2 horse right here in range. Again, that's a horse that he's got to get up to. Can't even pass the 6 horse. Never even gets up to his number. Monomore is going to have a lot of work to do. I know they won a mile in 51 and 2. So he won a mile in 52 and 1. But we've seen him do better. The 2 times he's had a chance to prove what he's got to do in the Hamiltonian, come from behind, he just did a so-so effort. So Mon Amour, another one, got a lot of work to do, but we look forward to it. So we'll see. The last 2 horses in the Svanstedt Stable that I think that could make an impact in the Hamiltonian are Johan Palima and Delayed Hanover. Delayed Hanover only has 1 start, and we're going to get to that, and Johan Palima has 2 starts. So here we have Johan Palima in the Pennsylvania Sire Stakes at the Meadows. And this was another race where same deal as kind of Captain Corey. Don't really feel like there was much competition in this race for Johan Palima. Now, I guess this horse last year had raced a lot on the lead and towards the front. So there was some tactics change too, again, because if there's going to be all this battling out for the front in the Hamiltonian, you got to prove that you can come from off the trot. So Johan Palima sits a 2-hole. You got to show that you can be rated well, handle being boxed in. Here comes Take All Comers on the outside. The horse doesn't run up on Andy Miller. Looks like he's got a nice, easy hold of him. The horse is drivable. All solid things that we want to see out of a Hambletonian contender. He can do it all different ways. Now here he got boxed in, makes his way to the outside. Ake never looked nervous at all. 3/4 125 and 2. Okay. Would like to see a little faster, but again, this is his first start. And Johan Palima, man, whoo, this is a nice mile for this horse. He was well rated. He was boxed in, put in uncomfortable positions, and he just trots away from everyone. I'd like to see that last 16th when you can gain an extra length or 2 on your competition. In a mile in 53 and 2. He came his last quarter in 27 apiece, 27 and 2, 27 and 3. What a great opening mile for Johan Palima. Opening start, everything looked fantastic. Now here we go, Johan Palima and Delayed Hanover. Delayed Hanover's making his debut. Johan Palima, this is his second start. This is again a Pennsylvania Sire Stakes at Pocono Downs. So Ake now switched. He's driving Delayed Hanover. Dexter Dunn has Johan Palima. So Johan Palima, again, has to take back. He looks well rated. He looks like he's very comfortable taking back. He's going to jump in the 3-hole here. Delayed Hanover makes his way to the front. Good opening quarter, 27 and 4. Ake is able to let Yannick go at this point. And I like to see that out of the 2 horses. Again, these 2 are not going to be battling for the lead. They're going to have to be 5th, 6th, 4th. Coming on the outside, getting in uncomfortable positions. Now again, Delayed is in the 2-hole. Johan Palima is in the 3-hole. Look at the uncomfortable position that Dexter's in with Johan Palima. Horses all around him. They're not rolling really fast. 3/4 124. And they both look great. They both look perfect. That's what you want to see. Delayed Hanover finally is able to make his way to the outside. Johan Palima, Dexter makes a choice. I'm going to go inside, outside, inside, outside. He decides to go up the inside. And both these horses, Delayed and Johan Palima, just out trot Yannick's horse here, and they both sprint to the wire, and Johan Palema loses by a whisker, a fraction of a whisker, mile and 53. It's a good mile for Johan Palema. It's what I want to see. I want to see nice, easy rated, slow fractions where he's not gets too bottled up. He's able to follow. He's able to pass. He's able to be put in uncomfortable positions. I really like that from Johan Palema. Delayed Hanover, we're going to have to see more. Obviously, a mile and 53 sitting a 2-hole. It was good. It's a good, solid mile. But we're going to have to see more out of Delayed. Now, Delayed is entered into a Pennsylvania Sire Stakes on June 23rd, along with Captain Corey. So, we won't have an update in this video, but keep an eye on those two horses. June 23rd, Harris, Philadelphia, Delayed Hanover, Captain Corey. They're both making their second start. This whole road to the Hambletonian for the Svanstedt Stable is carefully planned out. We're going to do another video later on down the road on which horse is Ake going to drive, because he can't drive them all. He can't hook up a magic 6-horse or a 6-horse sulky and drive all 6 horses. I'd love to see it, but which horse is he going to drive? Who's he going to delegate all the driver's duties out to? We've already seen Dexter and Scott Zieron and Yannick drive on some of these horses. We'll see. He's got 6 horses. We look forward to it. And again, that 5-week stretch, we're going to see a lot of Svanstedt horses in all of those prep races.